It is day 267 of our road to 2200. We are 2114. All-time peak. I'm thrilled. I must say. I feel like I'm playing decent chess too, to an extent, but let's hit a new peak. Let us hit 2120 against this 2132. Let's go, baby. Playing d4, d5, and we got Queen's Gambit declined. They take. Okay, interesting. We need that volume up. I need to hear those chess pieces moving, baby. They developed the knight. I'm also out of breath because I decided to jump into the intro. I don't know why I did that, but I just kind of felt like doing it. Anyways, they're trying to take removing like a defender or making me damage my pawn structure. So I think we're just going to play a simple like e7, bishop e7 here. If check, I always go here. Knight here. I mean, I could just play c6. Let's just stop any knight movement. I mean, this is going to be an ultra boring game, it kind of seems like. Unless something crazy happens here, but I doubt it. I mean, I could have potentially blocked like this. This is kind of playing against my bishop a little bit, but I can play bishop here. If queen here, I have queen c7. So let's just develop our bishop. If I go here, can they take, and play e4? No. Let's put our bishop on f5. This could also play into playing like knight e4, takes, kind of thing. But we'll see. I imagine we're going to play queen c7. This is called the Queen's Gambit declined exchange positional line. So apparently this is positional. It looks very positional, to be honest, which is probably where I struggle most. I like imbalance. But I mean, I don't know. Playing like this is probably the best way to play, rather than creating weakness on d5 with like trying to break on c5 like I would in like a normal kind of London system. But this is not a London system, so it doesn't really apply. And if they ever play g4, I'm just going to drop back. They can go after my bishop, of course, which would kind of suck, to be honest. But okay. My opponent's thinking. Knight here. I kind of like getting rid of the knight and the bishop here. But no, what am I saying? I have all my pawns pretty much on light squares here. Let's not trade off this dark squared bishop. Maybe I kick the bishop back. I mean, it's going to go here. I don't want to commit to g5, so. But maybe, just maybe, we want to keep that bishop, I think. Opponent's trying to come up with a good plan here. If I could trade this... Whoa! Very committal. Ultra committal. I could even just play here. Or I could play... No, not knight here. Knight here, there is just... Takes. Knight takes with tempo. Okay, this doesn't feel very positional, my friend. Here would hang the pawn. You go here, I can just step up. Okay, let's just drop back. Maybe they want to jump the knight here, or maybe they're just going to go after the bishop. It's hard to really know. No, they just go there. Interesting. So, I mean, I can just play knight here. Put my knight on a great square. I'm going to do that. We're going to trade. You're going to take my knight, and I'm going to put my bishop on this very, very nice diagonal. Potentially have queen here. Castles f5. Do I have knight takes, king takes, check? Surely we don't have anything in that position. As much as I want to play that, I mean, I can also just bring the queen in first with the tempo, but then they're going to play something like this. But then I can castle. If they take the bishop, I can take with the f pawn. Maybe, just maybe. Let's do that. So we're threatening checkmate in 1. The capture. Okay, let's go ahead and attack that. Okay, something's telling me that this is a pretty solid position. Castles. And just f5. If push, I push again. Yes, we give the knight that square, but also it takes, I don't think taking's good. Yeah, just f5 here, without doubt. Without a doubt. If you capture, I'm going to take. With the rook. Takes. Maybe I'll take with the queen there. Okay, let's actually play like this. Let's open this up. Maybe just bring the rook in, well, we can't actually do that. Maybe that knight's kind of a problem. Need to be able to play knight here, but I can just play like knight here. Okay, we got to develop our knight and get our rook into the game. I just want to double my rooks. This is pinned. It's not going anywhere. Okay, queen up stops this. Also adds an attacker or a defender. I could push here. It opens this up though. Knight, or if I play, maybe I go rook c8 with the intent of pushing. It's like, do you really want to put your king there? Because you're trying to castle, is what it appears. He could be trying to go after this pawn. I can always retreat with the queen if needed. Whoa. Okay, let's bring that queen back. Let's attack the pawn. So you pretty much have to push. Or protect. So if I go here and you push, then I'm kind of happy. I have a permanent weakness. Here, if you take, I get the open file. So let's play b5 now. This is kind of a target, though. I'm creating a weakness here. And you can immediately try to punish it, probably. This rook just looks dumb. Like, let's be real. And then they shut it down. So now this is kind of the point of trying to get in. This is the weak point. But everything's shut down. This is kind of going to be targeted, though. I could go here pinning the knight. Something like this could be possible. I can just play knight b8 to start, and then I can play here with the threat of pinning. And you have to protect like this or something, but then I can just put more pressure. Let's go knight back. I don't know if you want to commit to playing a6 here. That might be a mistake. I guess you could maybe play this, but then en passant, this is getting very positional as per the The opening name. Okay, they put a little bit of pressure. I feel like I should lock it down. But I could also just go here. Pinning the knight. There's no check. So let's just go ahead and pin the knight. Let's start with that. Knight here. Do they have knight takes? No, rook takes. Unless they put the queen there or something. Well, the queen would be the first attacker. Okay, they get out of the pin. I do want to trade this knight off. The knight is too powerful. Rook comes in. I'm not really too concerned about that pawn just yet. Let's play h5. If they take, I get to take here. Also, it gives me access to put my rook on f3, which could be very strong. So let's go ahead and do that. It's blocking out any of this. Now just threatening to take. I got to look out for tactics here with this kind of stuff. So maybe I do want to play a6 at some moment. But let's see. We have a slight time advantage. Beautiful stuff. Do you commit to this, but then just take? If rook here, I can just capture, because if you take, then I just play pawn takes. So rook here, pawn takes, pawn takes. Then I probably just bring the other rook. 2.5 to 350. Okay. I like this. I like this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see what my opponent's got. Cooking up. Takes. And then rook f8. This is what I calculated. They capture? Interesting. So I could take with the pawn and then just capture here. Or I could take with the rook. What is better? I also don't really want to lose this. Let's take with the rook. I guess I have to come back and protect. And then just bring the king. There's not really a way for them to make any progress there. We can just protect though. And then walk the king over. It seems like I should be able to just do this. Okay, I'm just going to walk my king over to b7. Oh, but now I should be able to attack the pawn. Maybe. Then the king moves. Let's just bring the king. I'm going to shut it down too. I could actually play this. Stop any infiltrations. If the queen moves up, I can play queen here. En passant. Queen's infiltrating. I guess I can play here. Let's take and then play queen f5. I don't think they should trade. Because my king's just going to get over here. And their king is just completely locked out. And I might be threatening to infiltrate, potentially. Okay, so check here, check. Or I can just play king up. Just protect everything. Opponent's got a minute. Can play here with the idea of queen check. Check and then takes is kind of what I want to go for. 30 seconds. 30 seconds for my opponent. They want rook here. Check, and then I can take. Rook check. King here. Queen's coming in. But I should be able to... Okay, check. I should be checkmating my opponent. What if I go check? I should be able to win some pawns here. Just like take. I mean, they're gonna flag regardless. Here, check, king back. Let's go for the win. Oh, they just trade? They're gonna play king there. I need to go this way so that I can stop the pawn. Yeah. Okay, GG! That was actually getting very, very scary, and I think I was gonna lose. Opponent played with an 80.5. I played with a 79. White was slightly better. Although I will say, like here, rook take, like if I had more time, I probably would have actually calculated something like this. I think I was a little bit worried about this, but there's just like mate. So I don't really know what I was scared to do. Anyways, here, after I played this, I thought they were going to take this pawn. King here. But then what if they just like try to push? I guess I always get behind the pawn. And then I just need to make sure that, you know. Oh, that's a blunder. Oh, no. Because if I take, there's that. But you... Wait, what? What do you play here? Do you have to play king here? And then... What about the king? This is kind of tricky. Check. Check. You let the king walk in. I don't really like that. But I guess if we trade these pieces off, we're just going to be winning. So, anyways, let's actually analyze from the start. That was... I'm not very happy with that, actually. I'm being totally honest. But we got the win. We take that. We got the positional line, apparently. And we're playing all the best moves. Bishop e6 was better. Making the knight, or making the pawn a big pawn, or making the bishop a big pawn. Jeez, I can't speak. Takes. Knight in, queen in. Apparently we should play knight d7 here, which makes a lot of sense. Wait, instead of castling, it wants knight d7, takes. Bishop here. Fair enough, I guess. But okay, we castled like a responsible boy. And then we try to develop our pieces. Okay, committing b5 was too much. We should start playing knight b7, trying to get rid of the knight. Knight b8. I'm just all over the place. But we locked it down. Then we went for this reroute. Also, instead of queen d6, it's saying put your knight back on a6. Rook here. Does it want to repeat the position? No, rook here. But okay.
Trade that nasty knight off. It wanted me to plug first, but we got this. And here, it wanted me to damage the pawn structure. If queen takes, we just take, right? And then we're going to walk the king up. Okay, we got this. And then, instead of bringing the rook back, I should have apparently given him this pawn. Why can I not see this in game? Like, what? That is the simplest thing to see. But okay, we walked our king, traded. I felt like we did have an advantage here. And I did see the sequence, but I got a little bit scared of taking and just allowing the infiltration. Obviously, if you go here, you blunder checkmate. So you have to play here. And it's just mate, no matter what you do. Check and checkmate. Why can't I see that? Silly old me. But you know what? We got the win. We got that dub. We take that. New peak 21-22. Absolutely insanity. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.